Hello students, today we have got geography class and we'll do lesson number 8. In your textbook, come to your page number 52. Textbook page number 52. Name of the lesson is Industries. Now you know what you mean by industry. Industry is a place where things are manufactured or produced. Now see the picture which is given to you. Now, what picture they have given to you? Let us see. In figure 8.1, the sequence of two industries. Two industries they have shown. Process has been given. Arrange the pictures in proper sequence and write sequential number in box given below. Now, first question. Name two industries. Which are the two industries in the picture? You have got sugar industry and you have got textile industry. Have we come to know it's a sugar industry? You can see sugar cane is grown in the sugar cane field. And how we can come to know is a textile industry? You can see cotton trees have been grown. So, which are the two industries? The two industries are sugar industry and textile industry. Name the raw materials and the finished product of both this industry. The raw material and finished product in sugar industry are sugar cane. Now, what's the raw material over there? The raw material is sugar cane. And what is the finished product? Sugar is the finished product. Similarly, the raw material and finished product in textile industry are cotton and cloth. Okay, so we have got cotton and then we have got a cloth. Next question. How is raw material converted into the finished product? The answer will be the raw material is converted into finished product by processing the raw material at various level. Now what you mean at various level? Okay, from sugar cane we don't get directly sugar. The sugar cane is been cut, then it is been transported to a sugarcane industry. Okay, and in the industry it is been processed into process and then we get a sugar. Similar with the textile industry also, cotton is plucked from cotton tree, it is sent to industry, there the threads have been made and from threads we get a cloth material. Why is it necessary to convert the raw material into finished goods? The raw material is in its original form cannot satisfy human wants directly. Therefore, it is necessary to convert the raw material into finished good. Means what? We can't from sugarcane. We can't put sugarcane directly into cooking use. First, the sugarcane will go to industry. It will get processed, and then we'll get a sugar. The process of converting the available raw material into finished product is done in the factory. Where this place take place, this process takes place in factories. The finished product is durable. Durable means what? It never gets spoiled very fast. We can keep it for a long time. More useful, more useful and has an added value. Added value means for example, sugar. Sugar has got added value. Then cloth what we use, it's got an added value. Industries or manufacturing units provide secondary occupation. So this kind of work is called your secondary occupation. Due to the availability of resources. Now what are the resources? Your water, electricity, manpower, these are what? These are all your resources. Development of science and technology, industries have been set up and other favorable condition. There is a development of industry and a boost to industrialization. So I have told you what is industrialization. It is a process of industries. Industries help in speeding up the economic development of humans, and it also helps in achieving the economic development of country. So who helps to speed economic development? Industries help us to speed economic development. Now, see in that figure over there, factors affecting the location of an industry. See what we have got in the in that figure. There is agricultural produce, availability of labor, energy, market, minerals, forests, water supply. These are what? These are your factors affecting location of an industry. Even river, then highway has been shown, railway has been shown over there. Okay. Now see, taking into account the above factors, which above factors? Your water supply, agriculture product, availability of labor. These are your above factor in the diagram what they've given. In different colors, the favorable factors required for factories and given below and the following. Now see here, what they're given over here, iron and steel, textile and sugar. Now for iron and steel industry, what you require? You require iron ore, manganese, coal, water, etc. Now for textile industries, what you require for textiles? You require cotton, transportation service, water, electricity, etc. And sugar industry. What you require for sugar? Sugarcane, water, electricity, etc. Next question. For each industry given, give an explanation for the location suggested by you. Now see, for iron and steel industry, the raw material of iron and steel industry is bulky. Bulky means what? It is heavy in nature. The transportation of this raw material is not feasible. It's very dangerous, very risky to carry. Therefore, the location of iron and steel industry is suggested near mineral field. Why mineral field? Because iron and steel are very heavy. So these industries have to be set up where mineral is easily available. Then next thing, textile industry where cloth is manufactured. The raw material of textile industry is cotton. So from cotton we get cloth. Cotton is light in weight. Therefore, it can be transported easily. Therefore, the location of textile industry is suggested near highway and at place where labor are available. Labor means what? Where people are available. And for sugar industry, the raw material of sugar industry is sugar cane. You have seen sugar cane. Where sugar cane grows, it grows in the field. This raw material is comparatively less durable. Therefore, its transport at district location is difficult. Therefore, the location of sugar industry is suggested near the cultivation area. Cultivation area means what? Where sugar cane is grown. Now, let's see what is geographical explanation. In any given area, the development of industry depends on several factors such as availability of raw materials. See, these are your factors on what it is dependent. You have got raw material, water, labor. Labor means what? People to work. Transport, capital. Capital means what? Money. You have to invest money. And markets. We are going to sell your finished product. As per the availability of these factors, specific industries develop. Because of the unequal distribution of these factors, industrial development does not take place at the same pace at all places, because sometimes it's difficult to get these factors. So industries does not develop very fast. Some regions are suitable for the development of industry, while in other regions only particular industries develop. Dense forests and desert areas are not conducive to industrial development. Dense forests where the forest is very thick, where many trees have been grown, and desert area where sand is there. Conducive means what? Suitable to industrial development. Now, Come to your figure number 8.2. Now see, in that figure, what is given over there? Localization of iron and steel industry. See, in the center, you have got Jamshedpur. Now, based on that figure, we will try to solve those questions. Name the industry at Jamshedpur. Which industry is very famous industry is there? Iron and steel. Which raw material is required for this industry? Iron ore, manganese, limestone and coal. From which area this raw material obtained? It is obtained from Jharkhand. Then Odisha, Chota Nagpur. Why is coal used in this industry? Coal is used as a reducing agent to drive the source of carbon and to incorporate in the steel. So what is being used? We use coal. State with reason if it would be feasible to set up an iron and steel industry in your district. When we establish industries, many factors affect its location. When you set a factory, okay, there are different factors which are affecting. For example, supply of capital, that is money, nature and availability of raw materials, whether we'll get these raw materials on time, market, whether markets are available, government policies, supply of labor, etc. affect the localization of industries. While looking for answers to the above question, you must have realized that for the localization of the iron and steel industry, the most important factor are the availability of raw material and energy. Localization means what? We are going to set up your industry, both of which are available around Jamshedpur. The raw material is heavy and bulky. Bulky means it's very heavy in weight, and it is uneconomical to transport it to a factory far away. So it is very difficult to carry iron and steel. Why? Because these materials are very heavy. It is too risky. Hence, it is favorable to establish an industry in the area where the raw material is available. So, where this material is easily available, there only we can set up a industry. This is a reason for the establishment of the iron and steel at Jamshedpur. Now, classification of industry as per their nature. Now, we have got three types of industries. One is small industry, second is medium industry, and third is heavy industry. Now, what small industry include? Making of earthen pots, bakery, products, etc. Bakery, you know, where bread is being made, all that thing. Medium industry, that is food processing industries, jaggery making, etc. Heavy industry, what we have got? Cement, sugar, iron, and steel industry. Okay, students. So hope so you have understood the lesson. I will send you the practice worksheet. Please do it. If you are not able to do, we will discuss the answers in the next class. Thank you.